Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing this get ready with me video. I was so excited. I just set up the camera and just wanted to do my makeup. This night I was going out to dinner. So let's get started. First I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes as always using my Urban Decay Potion Primer in Original. Then going into my MAC palette, I'm going to take the shade Blanc Type on a fluffy angled brush. And I'm going to first put this down as my brow bone highlight right under the brows and then blend it downwards. Then for transition shade, I'm going in with my Luxie brush. I believe this is a 205 brush, and I'm going to go in with Soft Brown by MAC. I'm going to start to put this in the outer corner and blend to the inner corner, making sure it's all blended because this is going to be our base, our transition shade, the base to the foundation. Saying hi to Penny really quick and then back to blending. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Deep Damson by MAC on a 217 brush. I'm going to go ahead and start to put this right into the crease. I kind of mainly wanted to put this in the crease as well as blend it up. I'm actually putting another shade in to deepen it up in a little bit. So for the main part, I'm putting this in the crease but also blending it upwards. Also really quickly, I wanted to say this day it was sunny and then cloudy, sunny and then cloudy. So a lot of the video is it's going to be like this, a little bit orangey, and then it goes back to being a little bit bluey. So I apologize for that. So then I'm going back in, like I said, back and forth blending it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my big fluffy brush again and blend everything as always. Then going in with MAC's Embark. Using my Sigma E25 blending brush, I'm going to start to put this in the outer corner of my eye. I'm placing this on the outer corner of my lid as well as in the outer corner of the crease because this is going to deepen up the look and give the look dimension, so I wanted to go ahead and add it to the outer corner. Once you have the most pigment in the outer corner, you can slightly bring it to the inner corner, but make sure that you have the most pigment of that shadow in the outer corner. Then going in with e.l.f.'s glitter glue, I'm going to go ahead and put this all over my eyes, and then I'm taking the Makeup Geek pigment in the shade Insomnia, which is a beautiful bluish brown pigment. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and pat the glitter glue on top, and then going in with Insomnia, I'm going to go ahead and put that mainly all over the lid, but I want to have that dark brown in the outer corner to be seen. So I'm kind of going to do like 3/4 of the lid with the Insomnia. So again, doing the same thing on the other eye, doing Insomnia. This is definitely one of my favorite pigments by Makeup Geek. I think this pigment as well as Utopia are both my favorites. Then going back with my E25, I'm going to go ahead and blend the shadows a little bit more just to blend that pigment into the rest of the eye. And then going back in with my big fluffy brush, again, just going ahead and blending that out. Taking my Inglot Gel Liner number 77 and my E56 from Sigma, I went ahead and did my wing liner off camera. I also applied my lashes. I used my Mykonos lashes by Lily Lashes, which are currently my obsession. To do the face, I went in with my Hourglass Veil Primer, and I went ahead and applied that all over the face. Then I went in with this Bobbi Brown Skin Perfecting Smoother. I'll leave the name of it down below. I recently got this from Nordstrom. I showed you guys on my Snapchat, and I do really like this. I feel like it smoothed the skin out really nice, so definitely add that to your collection. Then to cover spots on my face, I'm going in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Spot Corrector, which I love. And then for foundation, going in with the Cover FX Natural Oil-Free Foundation in G40, and I'm mixing it with a little bit of the Custom Cover Drops by Cover FX in G50. I'm going to go ahead and wet my foundation brush with MAC Fix Plus, which I normally don't do, but this foundation, combined with the fact that my skin is very dry right now from the winter, this foundation, a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot to cover your face, and if you put a lot, you will kind of start to look cakey. So between the Fix Plus as well as a little bit of the Custom Cover Drops, it kind of waters the foundation down a little bit, and it makes it a lot easier to put it all over the face, and again, it won't make your face look cakey. I love this Cover FX foundation so much, and I really felt that it wore really great this night. So then I'm going to go ahead and cover my dark circles using the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit, and then putting a little bit of Banana on the highest points of my face. I did my brows off camera. I recently did a brow routine, which I'll link down below. For concealer, I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear in NW20, using my MAC 287 brush or 278. I don't remember which one. I think it's 287. I'm going to go ahead and apply the concealer to my face and then blend it all out with my foundation brush. To highlight my face a little bit more, going in with the MAC Prep and Prime pen in Light Boost, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend all of that out using my MAC brush in the 130 brush. I'm going to go ahead and press this into the skin, not sliding it all over, just press it right in, and that will make it just look flawless. Then for contour, I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown foundation stick, and this is in the shade 7 Almond. I'm going to blend it out with my Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzing base. I loved the way that this looked. This was the first time of me doing this, but the two together, it is just so flawless, as you'll see in a second. I'm using that same MAC 30 brush that I used before, and this is my new way of doing my cream contour. I feel like I don't know what's going on. My skin, thankfully, is getting back to the way that it should be, but I feel like the Anastasia cream contour kit, I think that might be the reason why I'm having such a reaction. So I'm trying something different, and the Bobbi Brown, I'm hoping that it will cooperate with my skin, or my skin will cooperate with it, because I really love the way that it turned out. So then going back with my foundation brush, I'm just going to go ahead and blend everything together so there are no harsh lines, and then using the same Bobbi Brown foundation stick, I'm going to go ahead and contour the nose. After that, I'm going to start to set the face. I'm using my Laura Mercier translucent powder and my Sigma F35 brush. I'm going to go ahead and set the under eyes. I'm also going to set the forehead, the smile lines, the chin, and then I'm also going to put a dusting of it around the face. I do like to do this. This is kind of how I've been setting my face recently. I also love using the NARS powder in Beach, but as you can see here, I'm just setting my face a little bit in the places where I don't set with the contour powder. So then going in with my Kat Von D Shade Light palette, I'm mixing those two shades, and I'm using this Morphe brush. This is the Morphe M438, I believe, and then going in with my Sigma powder brush, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. Also, this is a different way I've been doing it. I usually just use my Sigma brush, but I feel like this Morphe brush just makes the contour look so beautiful, so I am loving using this brush as well. But I am still using the Sigma brush, like I said, as you can see. I just like to do that just to make sure that everything is nice and blended out. After that, I'm going to go ahead and contour the sides of my nose using the same powders that I used from the Kat Von D contour palette. To finish up the eyes, I'm going in with my flat definer brush by Sigma. This is the E15, and I'm taking the MAC Shadow and Embark again, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the lower lash line. Then after that, I'm taking my Sigma E30 brush. I'm actually going to mix together Soft Brown as well as Embark, and I'm going to go ahead and blend out that lower lash line a little bit more. Then I'm going to go back in with Deep Damson, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bit of that onto my pencil brush and just put a little bit on the lower lash line. I felt that it just needed a little bit of that shade just to kind of have the upper lid and the lower lash line kind of blend together. Then for eyeliner, I'm going in with my Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes in Onyx and applying that to the waterline as always. And then to coat the lower lashes with mascara, I'm going in with my MAC GIgablack Mascara. Next, going in with my LA Girl Liquid Liner, I want to go ahead and add an inner corner wing just to change up the look a little bit. So going in with that, I'm just going to add a point to the inner corner. I was trying to stay at an angle so that you guys will be able to see what I'm doing, so I hope you guys can see that. Like I said, just add an inner corner wing to that inner corner and it will just change the look. I love the way that it turned out. So then going back in with my blending brush and MAC's Embark, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of this into the crease and blend it up because of the hooded eyes. And then I want to add a little bit more deepness into the outer corner, so I'm taking my pencil brush with MAC Carbon. Any black will do, just adding that in the outer corner. And then once that is in the outer corner, we're going to go back with our blending brush and we are going to blend it out because, you know, breaking news, you got to blend all the time. So then going in with MAC Nylon on this Morphe brush, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the inner corner for my inner corner highlight, just going around that inner corner wing that we did. You don't want to put it right on top, of course. So then we're going to go ahead and take Nylon again and just put it at the top of the brow, the arch of the brow, just to give it even more of a highlight. So then the eyes are all done, thankfully. So now we're going in with the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop on Morphe M501 brush, and Champagne Pop is just like perfection. Like there's no other word to describe it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the tops of the cheeks as well as the forehead, the top of the nose, the tip of the nose, the chin, as well as the Cupid's bow. For blush, I'm going to take this Becca blush in Wild Honey, which is one of my favorites, on my Sigma blush brush. I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the cheeks as always, and it gives such a beautiful warm look to the cheeks. I just absolutely love this blush. And then of course something happened and my camera turned off and I didn't realize it, and then I did my lips and then that's when I realized it. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys the lip products that I did use. So first, to line my lips, I went in with the MAC lip liner in Boldly Bare and of course just lined my lips with that. Then for lipstick, I went in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pure Hollywood liquid lipstick, which is my favorite nude liquid lipstick of all time. And then for the lip gloss, I'm going in with the NARS lip gloss in Gold Digger, which is one of my favorites. And And after that is done, your whole look is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and also make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Yeah, except it's 20 degrees outside right now, Johnny Resnick.
This is gonna be so